Hi, my name is Dorla Aparicio. I'm a group piano teacher. The children in my classes are of different skills and their ages range between 7 and 12. Teaching group piano lessons can be very challenging when you do not have a plan, but having your lessons in a virtual classroom is even more of a challenge. Technology, PDFs, microphones, internet connections, laptops, tablets, and phones, plus internet speeds are now all a part of the language that we speak and that we prep for, not just a lesson. If you already started teaching online, you might find a few ideas in this video that will inspire you to tweak your lesson a little bit. If you know of other teachers that maybe have not started their online lessons or are struggling to set them up, please share this video with them. All the resources I am sharing are available to you for free by clicking the link in the comments below. In this video, I will cover a few essentials for your virtual classroom, your lesson plan, and video assignments. Now, creating your virtual classroom on Zoom provides you with an array of options and a solid platform that is flexible to use globally. After you set up your account on Zoom, I highly recommend that you enable the waiting room and the breakout rooms. I've created a separate video with step-by-step instructions to follow, and also a video with a demo with students, and all of that is linked in the resources below. Now, if you have a free Zoom account, you might have to modify the suggestions that I give here because of the 40-minute time constraint. Using the waiting room enables you to have a smoother transition between classes. You can also give all of your students the same personal meeting ID, or PMI, and not have to disconnect after each class. When students connect to your virtual studio on Zoom, a notification on the screen will show that they are in your space, waiting for you to allow them in. This gives you the advantage to see who has arrived and admit them to the classroom at your convenience. The waiting room also allows the students to connect a little earlier and check their connection without disturbing a class that you are currently teaching. If there are discipline issues, students being disruptive, disrespectful, or just plain out of control, you can put them back in the waiting room and allow them to return when you are ready. Breakout rooms are another feature that you will need in order for the students to have a chance to practice their skills on their own. It's almost like putting headphones on or just working with a partner during class. Students may be separated into small groups for discussion or individually for solo practice. I try not to leave them in the breakout room for more than 10 minutes. Even though they have a solid plan for what to do in the breakout room, the younger students tend to go restless and want to wander away or just sit and wait. A separate video will have more details about what happens in the breakout rooms. When students are separated into breakout rooms, they practice on their own and complete written work. The teacher has the ability to join each room and answer any specific questions about the piece, or make corrections, or grade the piece. Now, I don't want you to forget about the mute button. It is also an essential part of your virtual classroom. Sometimes there is a lot of background noise coming from the student's home, or they are playing the piano while you are talking. Whoever is speaking the loudest will get the most attention from Zoom. So muting their microphones allows everyone to hear you more clearly. So the 3 things you want to remember for your virtual classroom are waiting room, breakout room, and mute. So let's talk about the lesson plan. A lesson plan that outlines all of the activities is essential. I would recommend the following activities: technique, theory or introduction of the new piece, game, individual practice, and ensemble. The order may vary, and you might find that you will run out of time to cover everything you plan for the lesson. But that is so much better than running out of things to do. So let's talk a little bit about technique. Technique for a mixed age class might be playing scales together. The younger students play a 5-finger scale in half notes. Others play 1-octave scales in quarter notes, and others join with 2-octave scales in eighth notes. The best way to do this is if students are muted and they can only hear your piano as they play. Essentially, they are playing a duet with you. What about theory? You might find that if all of the students in the mixed age class are playing the same song, it will be easier to teach theory to the whole class. In a separate video, I will give examples of how to teach everyone the same song. Let's move on to games. Now, games are a favorite part of the lesson and an excellent way to review the theory concepts for the lesson. But because you have to give a little bit more instructions when playing your games online, your games should be short and to the point. Individual practice is that time that you give them to work on specific passages. This is when you can separate the class into breakout rooms. And then ensemble. Now, in order to play as an ensemble, you will have to mute their microphones. Your microphone is on. You'll give a countdown for the beat and then begin playing. You, the teacher, should be playing the piano, and they can hear you, but they can't hear anyone else. This is the best we can do at the moment with our ensembles playing together. The delay that is normally created with internet connections makes playing together quite tricky. You might ask, well, how do I know if they're playing correctly? Well, it's not easy. But generally, you can see their hands and you can see the pace that their hands are playing at. So you'll just have to try to catch those little nuances of their playing. I'm thankful that we can at least do this much with them rather than not meeting as a group. So what about video assignments? They are an integral part of the virtual classroom. Whether you record the lesson on Zoom, create videos to send before or after the lesson, this is that extra assistance that you can give your students during their practice time at home. You can record all of your classes for the day and then go back and edit each. Or another option is to make short videos ahead of time of the piece that they are playing and of their particular part. Add them to a playlist on YouTube, and then share the link when you're emailing their assignment. So I've put all of this information in a free download for you. It includes videos guiding you in setting up your waiting room and breakout room. And you will also find a link to 11. This is a piece by Czerny that I arranged for 5 different levels. And with these videos, you can send them home so your students can have a visual and a recording of the piece that they are learning. In my next video, I will expand on breakout rooms and how to teach 11 to your group of mixed age students in your virtual studio. thank you for listening and for watching. And if you have any questions, you can post them here in our Group Piano Facebook group. Thank you.